reality and make those lies come true? What if you could lie to objects and places and change them? What if you could lie to people and have them believe you? And what if you could lie to the past and change the present? Would you? To save the universe? To save yourself?
Hello, this is Dirty 20 Gaming. My name is Kevin, and these amazing people have agreed to come here and play a game with me tonight. So let's meet the amazing people, because they make me very happy. Let's start with yes, you pointing at you, like, oh, am I amazing? Yes, you fucking are. There goes the demonetization on YouTube. Who cares? We weren't monetized anyway. Amy, thank you for joining us this evening. What do you do when you're not here? That you're willing to share. I mean,
been watching a lot of YouTube recently. RuneScape and lots of games. I've been 5 concurrent games, including this one. Yeah,
that is many.
I have 2 on Sunday at the same time slot. So
that is more than I do in a week. So holy crap. Well, let's skip on then. Let's go to Farah. Hello.
Hello.
Every time I'm gonna interject before I ask you the question, because every time I ask you this question, you start with the words I just, and I don't like those words. So, what do you do when you're not here?
I raise tiny humans.
There you go. That's much better.
Yes, I teach them to be the best versions of themselves.
Yeah.
And sometimes they even listen.
See, I like that much better than I'm just a teacher. That's so self. No, not allowed here. Nope, not here. Okay, speaking of moving along, Saber, what are you doing?
Hi, it's me.
Hi, you. What are you doing?
What am I doing? When I'm not here, I'm also teaching, but I teach larger humans. I keep them alive, save them from themselves. You know, all the heroic stuff.
Yeah.
And sometimes I play with Mercs Mischief, but mostly these days I am here, which I love. I love this space. Thanks again for making such an awesome space.
Thank you for coming in and enjoying it, because otherwise it's bloody useless. Quick summary. We are using Roll20 as our virtual tabletop of choice. The vast majority of the art here is from the Stealing Stories for the Devil manual and other bits and pieces, modified slightly by our very own Thunderscape 7. The character art was done by Player, and Hero Forge. You'll be able to figure those out just by looking at the image just off to the center of the screen. I think that's all the stuff. Let's do this. On board the Celeste, 2 missions down that nobody but you and a strange man in a bad 90s clothing remembers. According to them, and so far they've been perfect on this, you have 3 days, 6 hours, and 12 minutes from the time that they leave you before you're going to expect to be called for your next mission. Whether you believe that or not, what do you do to spend that time? Let's go in reverse order. Saber, you're playing Dax. What does Dax do? I used the wrong name. See how I covered that? Dax, what do you do?
Good.
Yeah.
It's so hard to play this character. If this is your first time tuning in, Dax is Sonic the Hedgehog style, but with his speech. He's just so fast and he talks like this and he's very excited and he's very excitable so I try and save that for when I'm actually talking in character.
Yes.
I will tell you that Dax is a historian. but from the, what is it, 39th
39th
century?
Yes.
And
39.
specifically, instead of like ancient Rome or ancient Egypt, Dax loved the 21st century. So
Yes.
being able to experience this century is very exciting for Dax.
Yes.
And so he spent the last 3 days shopping.
Yep.
And he picked himself up an iPhone 14, which is the newest technology in 2023.
Mm-hmm.
But to him, he's just been playing around with it, and ooh, it's so pixely. And how did they do this without holograms? And
Yep.
Going to Itzel and being like, look, and then like trying to chill out because he's also trying to like make a relationship with Itzel, and then being like, oh, you know who's going to be really excited about this is Harla, and then going to Harla and being like, look what I can do. And yeah, just running around like a crazy banshee over the last 3 days.
All right. I would like from you, because you went and bought something. We're actually going to pretend we're playing a game real early tonight. Persuasion or some such skill. Something that's what skill do you use to stave off the professional buy process?
Right, because you said we don't have money, right?
Well, I take that back kind of, because you can get it printed at the city in the ship.
Okay.
You do have perfect replicators, so yeah.
I also like Dax is kind of. It's funny because I think if he were to have an alignment, it would be like chaotic good.
Yeah.
But he loves stealing. Like he doesn't see that as evil.
Okay.
And so when I imagine like things that he would do to get stuff, it's like someone's wallet happens to be just a little bit out of their pocket at one point, and he like walks by and takes it and takes the money out of it because he knows he wants to go buy an iPhone with it, but like slips the wallet back in.
Yeah.
You know, like or like goes
into
into the store to like buy this phone and
Yep.
is like, this one is like conveniently not actually attached to the thing, so I'll just like take it.
Okay. Sleight of hand then, you're saying.
Yeah, sleight of hand would be the thing.
No magic involved because you're not on a mission. So you get one die. Actually, you said you stole money, but that's not going to help if you're trying to steal this phone too. So just give me a straight one sleight of hand. Because it's that moment of opportunity, we're only going to make this hard. So 5 or 6.
Okay. A 5 or 6.
5 or 6 is your hurdle.
Right. Okay.
So 5 or 6, you almost succeed. Anything about that?
That's hilarious. I definitely rolled a 1.
You definitely rolled a 1. Okay. Okay, this still works. You just do the phone, and as you sort of turn away, like, I got this, one of the staff by the door doesn't even look up and says, you know that one's got no guts in it and doesn't work, right?
Oh, it's a dummy. I'm a dummy.
See that? You said it. We normally press charges when you do that. That's like a bait phone. But
but I'm so pretty. Tries to flirt.
Yeah. Okay, now give me that. What role do you think that would be? What skill are you trying to? What is flirt?
Oh my god, what is flirt?
Well, you don't even have to look it up. Just tell me: are you bad at flirting, average at flirting, good at flirting, or very good at flirting, Dak?
I mean, it depends on if this individual finds me attractive. Have you seen the artwork?
You're from the 39th
hot.
century, and you are built as, you are essentially by design, so you can look exactly like you want. So yes.
So hot.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess it would probably be like a persuasion, if anything.
Okay, so give me a persuasion roll.
What even? That's not even on here. I have deception.
Deception. That's not really it. How about your traits?
I'm smart and tricky.
Smart and tricky. How about tricky? So you give me a D8 for tricky. This is also going to be hard though, because they're already a little. But because you are flirting, I will give you a harmony. So 2 D8s versus a 5, 6.
Which kind of works
hard-coded.
because I would probably be using my smarts to be tricky in this case, like
Yes.
overlooking the employee and seeing that they have like a Pokemon shirt on and talking about what I know about Pokemon
Yeah.
cards, which it might be false information.
Yeah.
So let's see how this roll goes.
Yes.
I rolled the first one and the second one,
Yeah.
and my highest of the two was a 5.
A 5. So you almost succeed perfectly. You start batting eyes and doing the whole thing, and it's going quite well. In fact, to the point where they say, "I'll make you a deal. Give me back the bait phone. Go out for dinner with me, and I'll get your real one for half the sticker price."
I would love to go for dinner with you. I especially would love to try. You know where I've never been, stranger?
Where, stranger?
First of all, my name is Dax. What's your name?
My name's Steve,
Steve.
because everybody's worked
What
at
a
every
great
store
21st
ever.
century name.
Yeah.
I am moved by this name. I've never been to and would really love to attend a McDonald's. Do you know if there's one in the area?
Where the hell are you from? Give me the phone. Give me that fake phone.
Gives.
Okay. I have got to hear how you have never heard of McDonald's. And they go back and put the phone on the counter, start digging around, and start typing stuff into the till madly.
I never said I'd never been. Or that I've never heard of it. It's just like, somewhere that I would like to go.
Are you like a vegan or something? And they kind of stop typing like this might be deal breaking.
The wheels are turning. Yes, veganism was pretty big in 2023, wasn't it?
Just before they all
Before
died
we
in
had-
the plague.
Before we had meat pills.
Yeah.
Protein pills.
Yes, before we grew our beef
No,
on slabs.
I'm definitely not a vegan. I'm really looking forward to trying the Big Mac.
And he starts typing again, pulls out the phone, and it hits a couple more buttons, and slides it across the counter to you, and there's one of those big, like, huge, long receipts that comes with it. Cards in it, it's ready to go. I'm off at 5. Looks at his watch, and he pushes it across to you, and he says, by the way, you got the extra protection. It'll be $12.95 a month.
Sure. Yeah. Whatever you say, Steve. But also, it's good to use protection.
He almost drops your phone as he pushes it across the counter to you.
Perfect.
But yes,
Wink, wink.
you look down and it is the it's the iPhone 14 Plus, because there's always the
Whoa.
deluxe edition. Yeah, it's
I
does all
am-
the things the other one does, but it's just slightly too big.
Actually, take a minute to try and figure out where this card he's referring
Yeah,
to might
yeah.
be located. And
Yeah,
walking out.
yeah,
So excited with my new technology, which is actually quite old.
yes.
Me.
And as you look, as you see in the reflection in the glass of the mall windows, they haven't quite cleaned properly. Him putting the trap phone back out again.
Perfect. Can't wait for this date later. I'm gonna go tell Harla all about it.
And then I guess that's the question: do you go on the date?
Oh
Well,
yeah.
You
well, I mean,
you book for the date.
unless I get
It's only
I get pulled away. But we know meta-wise
I
that I'm
wanna-
here for 3 days, right?
No,
Or
I
whatever.
want to make this fun. By the time you get to that, it's right at the end. The date's going to have to be after you get back from the mission.
Ooh. Nice. So next
yeah.
session,
Yeah, or the
going
end of
on a
this one,
date.
after they're talking.
Okay.
Oh no, yeah, that's right. We got to do the prelude. In the next session is going to have to be your date with Steve, the iPhone guy.
You know, and this whole time I'm like, okay, I gotta change this to Whack Donald's, and it's now the banana store, and this is the e-phone.
Okay. Let's move on to the other two. This is only the prequel. So that's yours.
We did say we wanted to do more role play
Oh
tonight.
yes, we
so.
did, and I have no problem with this whatsoever. Harla. 3 days, 6 hours, 12 minutes. What are you doing?
Well, I see myself going back down to Earth and having a fling with a zoologist.
Okay, now it's a zoologist, so I have to ask. Do you mean like fling, like monkey poo, or do you mean like yes?
No, I had a little
Yes.
you know, a little adventure.
An enjoyable weekend away. Yes.
An
gotcha.
enjoyable weekend away
With a
where
zoologist. It was just very specific. So.
well, yes, because I learned how to use specific tools
Oh, I see. Well,
that I am
you
bringing
learned
back
to
with me
use
for
zoological tools while on a romantic weekend. Okay.
Yes.
Yep. Gotcha. Yep. Anything more specific? Not like that. Any other skills or anything else that you learned that you'd like to tell us about?
I don't know. I think I just like I guess I will explain that I got a first aid kit
Yep.
and I learned how to use it.
Yep.
And I got a tracker and learned how to use that.
Perfect. Okay. Makes sense.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. And then I went back onto the Celeste and acquired other really cool tech stuff.
There you go. You realized you wanted to be more prepared for this next mission. Gotcha. Itzel.
Yes.
What do you do?
Itzel's also got a romantic date with the Celeste. She's
yes.
exploring again, away from civilization.
Yep.
I was so excited. I was like, all three of us are going out with people. This is so cool. The Celeste, of course.
Dating an AI. Yes.
Not even the AI, the ship.
Oh, the ship itself. Okay. There you go.
Yeah, she's
They're technically, yeah. The ship is, I guess then you would know, this is a great chance for me to do a tiny little lore drop. The ship is composed of a group of AIs that operate together as one unit. And you only ever see, that's why it appears as, one of the reasons why it appears as two white mice.
but the ship itself is called the Celeste. So
Yes, yeah.
yeah, she's spent most of her life exploring all the disused spaces and looking for stuff, scavenging, and she's not really changing her game plan just because of these weird adventures.
Okay.
I might change later on, but the scene like she's got to make a living somehow.
Absolutely. So you just try to kind of go back to business as usual for the 3 days. Right on time. 3 hours, or
Just
3
keep
days, 6. Yeah, the 3, 6, 12 later. Dax, you're actually interrupted and presented from answering will you see me at 5 by your beeper going off. You know from, or your watch, you know from previous missions, though, when you come back, none of it happened, including the time. So you'll come back the same time you left. So if you leave the Celeste on the mission at 3 o'clock and you're there for 3 days, you still come back at 3 o'clock at that time. So you'll, yeah. Tracker, not tractor. They'll have to steal a tractor. But right on time, your watches bing, and you are summoned to the chamber where the two white mice in togas await you. This time there's no preamble. They just get right to it. People, mostly students, are disappearing from the Science and Engineering building at a local college campus. And it's connected to the other events. But that's all we know. We don't know what the item is, and we don't know where it is other than, and the map pops up. I'll drag you to the map. Bing. Thusly. We know only that it is in the science and engineering building somewhere. And you can see the red mark on the map, the little X. Totally not a Hellmouth. It is not. That's a Monday game. The only thing we do know for sure about this item is that it is battery powered. And it has something to do with the disappearance of these people. We can, as usual, get you to the border of the campus, but not inside. The tiny amount of information that we have is worrying, but we trust your skills. Several of you do have access to more equipment than you had before. Thank you for earning our trust, although, of course, with no memory, we have no idea how you did it, other than it is in the system that it was done. When you're ready, let us know. So that's all you know. You're going to a college campus. You guys can look at gear now, the ones that have bought access to level 2 and level 3 gear. Think about what you want, and between that gear and your special skills, let's start changing reality. I'll start with the thing that they've said already. It's in the science and engineering building. Oh, and I'll add to it, on a busy campus.
This is technically Act 1, or is this
Yes.
before?
Thank
yeah,
you.
okay.
Bam! I hit the stinger. Now it's official. Thank you for reminding me. Act 1. It is in the science and engineering building of a busy college campus.
Well, easy one to start off with is there's maintenance tunnels underneath the entire campus connecting all the buildings.
Okay. Absolutely.
And probably the underground parking that I can see there on the map.
Yes. Okay. So yeah, you can go from maintenance tunnels accessible from parking. Okay.
They connect to all the buildings, but
Yep.
in particular the science and engineering are what's relevant right now.
Yep. Absolutely. You're gonna have to go. I mean, it's not a direct line. You'll have to. Well, here's my yes yes, but it's not a straight line to where you're going. You'll have to pass through multiple buildings. Like in the basement, you'll have to pass under multiple buildings.
Of course, passing under other buildings is also other entrances to get you access. But yeah.
You could get in and out through there as well, but yeah. Next.
I'm inclined to say, like, do we even need to sneak in? Can't we just pretend to be one of them?
Nothing says that we need to sneak anywhere.
Yeah, we don't need
I
to
think
try
we're
to
just
get...
we're just painting the picture. And like having these things, knowing that there are maintenance tunnels and underground parking available to us should we need to get sneaky is a good thing to paint in the picture, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The
I
one
thought
thing,
we were planning to sneak. That's why.
Yeah. The one thing I will add to that is the campus is fairly secure, so you can get into buildings no problem, but you're not getting into the areas in the buildings without ID.
Can I say the staff at this particular campus are notoriously known for being terrible with putting names to faces?
Okay, yep. I like that.
Like, you could flash an ID and they're just going to be like, yeah, that looks like you. Sure.
Staff is bad with faces / IDs. Yeah, they don't look. Okay, fair enough. And I gave you the one before that, so you guys get another one now. How else would you like to change this world or this story before you go in?
I mean, I'd also add on to that the students are also bad with keeping track of their IDs. Sometimes forget them in places.
That would explain that. Yeah, we can add. I'll add that to that. So
yeah,
students.
The self-perpetuating cycle.
Yes. Harla, I want you to change this somehow. Make it easier for yourself.
So you said that students are disappearing from the science and engineering building,
Yes. Yep.
but you don't know how they're disappearing.
Nope. Nobody knows if they're dead or alive. The police have investigated and found nothing. Zero evidence.
Okay. But yet we're looking for an item.
Yes.
Yep.
An unknown item that's causing this because it's registering on the Celeste's charts as one of these events. If you guys remember, when you see the objects, they glow. The Celeste can kind of get a feeling of that from orbit. So they can see a glow in the science and engineering building, but no more detail than that.
Okay. It's so hard to do this.
This is why I specifically, yeah. So
Remember when we were painting the picture for the mall that we thought this map looked like?
Yeah.
What's helping me is imagining a university or a college campus that I'm really familiar with and trying to paint the picture that way. So you've been to a couple. What do you see in those spaces that could help us on this mission? Like, what about really well labeled signage? Or like that one campus where, yeah.
Because don't I have to do this to my line type?
No. This part,
This is you, the player, not
Thank
hard.
you. Thank you for this because it is a key point of this. This is the only time in the game you don't have to worry about what kind of liar you are. This is the metagaming part of the game that weirds everybody out. You're not your character right now. You're looking at your character and going, they're good at these things. So let's work this through. What is Harla very good or good at?
Well, she's agile and charming.
Okay.
And is good at unarmed combat, contortion, and botany. So I don't know.
So, you could certainly talk your way in, make it easier to talk your way in, right? That's your strong suit, right? So
if one of your expertise is botany, maybe like something with like the science and engineering department specializes in plant life.
Oh yeah, I guess so. Because I could use some of those plants in the thing.
Or the end.
Okay, yeah. So the science and engineering building has an exhibit on that is major or like features poisonous and carnivorous plants.
Okay, beautiful. See, there you go. You got this. Oh, you went right to 10. I love it. Poisonous and carnivorous plants. Perfect. That's what we want. You didn't tell me how you're going to use them. You just told me that, hey, I have this knowledge. This is exactly. Thank you, everybody that contributed to that, because yes, perfect. Yeah. You have a skill. Once you guys are inside, you look up and say, hey, give me 5 minutes and a pot and some water, and I'm going to make something absolutely ferocious over here. So yes, beautiful. My turn.
Or as an example of something else that could have been done there is you could say that Steve or the zoologist attends this college or works at this college. But that's
but you'd have met Steve. But yeah, technically this is a metagaming thing, so technically that could work. Okay. There's a huge sports event going on. Let's call it a football game at the let's call it a track and field event because it's an athletic facility and it's a track. So there's a huge sporting event going on over here that's causing even more traffic flow in these areas, all the way from the dorms where everybody's partying inside and outside, out into this parking lot where they're tailgating, over to these dorms over here, and then the rest of the campus is kind of on defense, got to keeping the partiers out of their parts of the campus. But yeah, there's a raucous party going on over there.
I'm going to play a card.
Okay.
Itzel is going to size up the security system they use, specifically the the doors that are meant to be reading IDs.
Yep.
She's specifically studying that security system. Everything to do with
Okay.
ID reading.
Yep. So yeah, if you try to defeat that, you will get a boost on that in your next round.
Yes.
So yep. Keep track of that and pop it so we can, if you can, here, let's just drag it off the map. I think I left enough space this time. There we go. All right, so the card doesn't give you a thing. Would you like to add anything else, or shall we begin? Because I went last, so I always get to go last. So if you guys add something, I get to add something else. But you've already got. Let's summarize this. You know the building that it's in. There are maintenance tunnels underneath everywhere, but it's not a straight line from anywhere you can get into them. You suggest the parking lot. You'd have to go through and under other buildings to get there. The staff is bad with faces and IDs, and students are idiots and all that sort of thing. So the IDs are sort of there, but sort of not there. And there is an exhibit of poisonous and carnivorous plants going on in this building, and a big sporting event going on in the field.
Do you know what
can
time this
we-
big sporting event is happening?
This is a college campus, so the game itself is probably at like 5 p.m., but they're sitting here drinking by 10 a.m.
Okay. Can I paint that this sporting event is actually happening in the middle of the school day, but it's
Okay.
more of a lunch hour kind of time, so there's no real class going on in that space right now,
Okay, yeah.
but that is during campus hours, so lots of the
Lunch,
doors
no
are open and
classes,
stuff.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, and that works both ways. I won't even add something to that because I can use that to, stuff up hallways and things that are in the way when you guys are going. So I don't even need to add to that.
Do we know like school colors?
Purple and yellow.
Okay. Do
we
you
got
need
the
to
purple.
add to that?
You,
That we
actually,
know
no. Wait a
the
minute.
school
Colors?
colors?
Hang on. Retread. Oh, bad DM habits. Don't ask me. Tell me, what are the school colors?
Yeah.
Well, just because we love you, it's purple and yellow.
I had to write it down twice.
We have enough
Yeah.
purple. In
And
our group.
we have a purple theme, like
Yes.
all among us. We
Yes,
have
we
a
do.
purple theme,
Yes.
so we have to do purple.
I am gonna add on to the
Yep.
to Saber's bit. There's still traffic in the science and engineering buildings because there's
Oh, yeah.
still grad students having to deal with their experiments that
Absolutely.
need observation.
And engineering
So-
students are professional drinkers. They can drink and do studies at the same time. So yes,
Yeah.
they are
Yeah,
involved
so
in the
they-
party and still doing their job. Yes.
So the main point is there's still traffic that's expected to be
Oh
happening.
yes. Yeah. And all the buildings are like that. They're not in classes, but they're still going around, and some people aren't going to the event and all that good stuff. So, with that, Celeste looks at you and says, "Anything else?"
No, let's do it.
Act 2. You land just outside college campus, and with the exception of Dax, who was just here, I'm suspecting the first thing that hits you is the smell. Even though both of you are scions, this is the smell of burnt hydrocarbons. This is gas and oil and coal and burnt rubber, and this is 21st century stink. It's really different than the stink of the ship. That's 39th century stink. It's much more refined. There's all kinds of... You can traffic whizzing about again. It's... Again, even for Dax, up until, a couple of days ago, this was all just history. But here you are again. Vroom, 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 cars blowing past, the stink coming out of them, and then an electric car goes past and everybody goes, nee. But, it's a teacher they didn't like. It's got nothing to do with the vehicle. I stand by that statement. But you look around and you're in that world again. You're down here. You can see the buildings and the smog and the, it's 2023.
It is honestly like a rush to a door. Ooh, it's a different kind of it's wood. Wow, rush to a bus stop and The like when people use a
Yep.
lighter and burn the bus
Yep.
stop, so it's got a little drip that looks like spit and
Yeah.
oh what's that, and just running around like a
Yeah.
crazy person.
Just almost distracted completely.
So cool.
So the other two. Harla, how do you respond? This is like the third time you've been down. The first 2 times it was like bam and you're in the game. This time you've got a minute to think.
Oh, I went down to have that zoologist fling.
That's
so.
true, yeah. I'm presuming you didn't see a whole lot of the world during yeah.
No, I didn't. But yeah, I think I would be distracted by Dak. Honestly,
You're watching
to my
them watching the
detriment,
world.
because
Yeah,
I
yeah.
am very distractible. So
Okay.
I know we're here, but the shell shock of being put down and having
Yeah.
a completely different environment.
Mm-hmm.
And I suppose that 20 some plants would be different from what I'm used to.
This is
right?
history, right? Every plant that you've ever
Celeste,
seen in the Celeste is grown, right? They're in rows, right?
I didn't even imagine plants on a ship, but I'm imagining Wally. This is why. Look,
Okay.
plants.
Okay.
This
Yes.
is this-
Yeah. Yeah, and
But-
that works because I mean this is like a tree, just a tree sitting here. There's no reason for it to be here. It's not being tended by 27,000 million nanobots. It's just
Yeah,
a
but
bloody
it's-
tree.
And it's beautiful and it's
Yeah.
here. So I think I'm just as distracted, but with the plants and with Dak, and then
Perfect.
trying to get Dak's attention. And then probably Itzel's just leaving us and going in the science building.
I was gonna. That's the perfect
Yeah.
segue. Itzel, you see these two just like tourists in New York, right? The old every film ever about the first time tourists get to Times Square and they do the slow spin, and then get mugged repeatedly. But yeah, sorry. What does Itzel do?
I'm not saying she's the mugger, but yeah. I'm torn between they're just walking off to get to the mission and just checking out some of the tech or just the cars around because
Sure.
scavenging tech and useful stuff is what she's done all her life. She's probably going to apply that here.
I'm going to drop you up there in the northwest corner of this map, this little markery thing up here. That's where you guys appear in that little park. Itzel, you're the only one that's sort of paying attention and sort of looking around. You can see the car park, the big car park is here. You know there's an underground entrance there. That'll get you underneath the campus. You know everything else that we went over in Act 1. But I'm going to do it early tonight, and I'm going to play my first twist. Bam! Twist. Why is the twist card bigger than the other cards? I don't know. There it is. As you are distracted and staring about, Itzel, you're the only one that sees them coming, but it's too late. They're all over you. There's a group of college students that are wearing green and yellow. They're not from here. And they swarm over the three of you because while you are wearing some purple, you are not festooned in the local colorage. Your plumage don't match. So they have adopted you as their own. There's about 15 of them, and they're doing that stupid sort of almost conga line where they're dancing around you going, drink, 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 drink. And they're handing you, they're college students, so it's like drinks with fruit juice and shit in it because it's breakfast. You know, it's, yeah.
Oh, I
Right,
am
so local.
This is
100%
logic.
Yeah.
bouncing
There's
and
hot dogs,
drinking
yeah.
and taking another
There's-
one
yeah.
and drinking.
Oh, yeah. Hot dogs and
I'm gonna be
alcohol
amped
all
up
over
for
the
this
place. Yeah.
mission.
Excellent. Yep.
As soon as Itzel sees this coming, she's popping skates and trying to get out of here.
So you're going to try to escape? Okay. Itzel flees.
She's gonna try at least.
Dax imbibes. Okay,
Oh,
which
yeah.
brings us to Harla. You got that grin on your face. What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm going to convince the conga line that we should go to the science and engineering building and shake
Oh.
things up.
Absolutely, because the nice thing, well, one of the limits of you guys at the levels of lying that you're at is you can only lie to one person or one thing at a time. But the nice thing with a conga line
Is that you
is you
convince
only
the
have to
leader.
lie one person. So,
Yeah.
with that, this is a brilliant idea that I'm already going to give you harmony on, just because it's such a good idea. But what trait are you going to? Because I'm assuming you're going to try and lie, or are you just going to try and be charming? Because if you
Yeah,
lie, it guarantees works,
be...
but there might be a price. If you just try and be charming and it fails, just nothing happens.
Yeah, I think I'll just use my charm.
All right.
Can I ask a clarifying question?
Yes, you can.
Hers is lying to people.
Yes.
Yes.
Could it be that the person at the front of the conga line has an idea to go to the side? Like, could she say that was that person's idea?
Yes.
Can she plant an idea in someone's head like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't have to jump in front of the line.
Them.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can. Yeah, we talked about that before. It says use your words to lie to people, but what it really says is you use your words to lie to consciousness. So in my head, you can speak to their mind. So, because one of the examples it gives in the book is with a look, you get someone to open a door they shouldn't. Mm-hmm. So there doesn't have to be, in D&D parlance, a verbal component. So yeah, you can, and I can see it too, even just at a purely psychological level. I'm pretty sure if they were drunk enough, you could just start dancing yourself and just sort of tilt off in one direction and look at a door. And I think most conga lines would go. So I'm not even going to make this.
I might even. I would be so inclined to even like maybe do a little like shimmy and become the conga line leader.
You're gonna take control of the conga line. Okay. Yes. That.
And I'm gonna go into the engineering.
Because the kind of people that start conga lines, especially at universities, are not willingly going to give that up. I'm going to say to do that, you're going to have to magic. You're going to have to lie. Sorry.
I was going to suggest, if someone else is the leader, they're interested in saying that plants exhibit. So that's where
you could do that too. But so you want to try. So basically, you can try and lie to get them to go where you want them to go, or to let you lead them. Or you can just try and convince them without using your magic to get them to go in a direction. But of course, you won't have total control.
Mm-hmm.
I like these options.
I like these options too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Either way, I am the caboose. I am just dancing.
Yeah.
Do. Drinking this hand, switch it over.
Hey, you know the song.
I'm going to just charm. I'm just going to use my skill and charm the conga leader.
Mm-hmm.
I might take like their hand and be like really touchy-feely to kind of like not become the leader, but be like
sort of just steer them. Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm like side by side with them.
Yep.
So I'm kind of like manipulating them.
So I'm going to give you a harmony on that. So are you very good at charm, or are you charming?
Very good.
You are very good. So that's 2 D10s you've got already. The other 2 of you, Dax, you said you're going to join onto the back. What ability would you use to sort of add to this? They're starting to steer the front of the line. You're clinging onto the back. I mean, you could just join on the back and just do. But can you think of any of your abilities or traits that you would use? You don't have to lie. Just anything that you would use to make this better.
Not that I'm good or very good at, but like average at, I would say, like maybe to aid in just persuasion of being like, the science and engineering building has lots of things to break. We should just like go through it and see what happens as like a fun.
Yep.
Let's trash the campus suggestion.
Perfect. So that's a D6 because you're average at it. So we're going to get Harla to add that to their roll. So 2 D10s and a D6 so far. And this makes sense to me because you're at the back of the conga line and people at the back of the conga line are drunk and think public destruction is a good idea. So it's just wreck it, wreck it, wreck it, wreck it. Starts to build from the back of the conga line, moving forward along it as you approach.
And for some reason, they start calling you Ralph.
Wreck it. Why? Ralph said so. Wreck it. Why? Ralph said so.
Carla, they're calling me Ralph.
You are Ralph. Ralph.
Oh no, I'm gonna Ralph. Yeah. Itzel, what are you doing?
To
add to this, or you buggered off actually. So yeah, you see this.
Yeah,
happening.
he's heading off for those tunnels.
Okay, in that case, we'll leave you out of this. 2d10s and a d6, please. To steer that. This isn't even going to be that hard. Because you're only trying to get them to go in a general direction. Let's just only make this average. So it's only a 3-4 hurdle. So if you get 8 or higher, you get extra super wondrous results if you double the hurdle. So
8.
An 8. You did. You got the 8. So yes, you.
This whole time we add them.
No.
Oh, I thought it was just the highest on the dice.
No, I'm sorry. It is only the highest. So that's actually a 4. Sorry, Farah. It's only the highest of the 3. So that's a 4. That's okay. That's almost a success. You get them moving in the right approximate direction, but they're spending too much time on you and not enough time on the direction, so the whole conga line is kind of turning in on itself like a snail as they start trying to get closer to you, and you're trying to steer them, but it's not real. You're getting closer, but you're also sort of getting wrapped up in what's about to be a mosh pit. But I will get you. I will get you closer. I will get you guys actually to there, and then.
I'm gonna play a card.
Okay.
I'm playing. This is in my wheelhouse.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm going to use my contortion, charming, dancingness to kind of, and my agility.
Okay.
To do like this cartwheel to the other side of the snail. So
I gotcha.
Uncoiling.
Yep.
So I'm going to continue to like.
Oh yeah, I love this. This is definitely a contortion.
Them the other way, but I'm using my acrobatics or my agility.
Which one did you like to use? What do you got? Contortion
or agility?
Agility. Which one of those are you?
Agility is the better one.
Okay. So what is that? A D8 or a D10?
D8.
8. Okay. So that's unless somebody can figure out. Dax, can you figure out how to help from the back? We can play this out because Itzel's buggered off. So
I can help actually.
What can you help with?
A card.
Okay, those are good.
Not letting that happen.
Okay, reroll an action.
That action.
Okay, well let them try first, and then if they
okay,
and then you can reroll that and let them boost it. So, so it's a D8, 1d8 against. This is fair. This is going to be very hard because you're trying to like tumble over somebody. So you're 7-8. So you need to roll a 7 or an 8. The best you can do is almost succeed. But if you don't,
I got a 6.
A 6. So yeah,
and now I'm not going to.
You flip upside. You start to flip over them, and you realize you've missed horribly, and you're about to fall. And then it's like you hear, "That's not going to happen," and you kind of. Their shoulder moves weirdly, impossibly underneath you, and you manage to land on it. Roll again. So this is a plus boosted. So this is a D10.
8.
Nice.
8. So this time you did it. It's still an almost, but you land on the other side, and you at least get the snail straightened out. You're basically heading. Now you're here, and you're basically heading out onto the parking lot because there's a bunch of people tailgate partying out there. So the conga line's going meat, and heading out. Drink, and fight from the back. Yeah,
so they're going from the dorms to To here?
No, from this side over up here in the top left-hand corner of the map.
Oh, I can't see that.
Bing, bing,
oh, there you
bing,
are.
bing.
Okay.
Yeah. So you guys, you came into this, you appeared in this little park here, and you partied across to here. Itzel was out of ahead of you, heading for the parking lot in the underground entrance, I believe. But that's where we'll leave you guys for the moment. Yes. You are now heading back in the direction of the parking lot, but not like you would have to get this all the way around this road somehow, or through the buildings maybe, to get it over to here. It's gonna be great fun. It's all one scene though, so
I think I'm gonna keep attempting to.
Oh yeah.
Steer them that way.
Let's cut away briefly to Itzel. You get to this huge parking lot. You can see the entrance to the underground. What else? What would you like to do?
Basically, I think she's going to just.
You look back and
try and slip in without attracting.
Yeah.
Trying to not attract too much part of your attention. Like
yes,
she doesn't want another conga line group. She's like she's acting normal, but you know, student in a hurry to get somewhere normal, not partying normal.
For sure. What's your intended goal?
She's just trying to get across to here via the tunnels.
Okay, so you want to go underground. So that's all that's all I needed to know. So you get to you can see the little building where it goes underground, and you can see it also needs an ID card. But you did study them last time. So do you have sleight of hand or any other skill or trait that you would like to use to try and defeat this lock? And you'll get boosted on it. So
actually, I spent stories points on the thing.
Oh, dun 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 dun.
She has a sonic power called electrical disruption.
Okay, yep.
She can place her hand on a machine that has electrical components and disrupt the flow of energy enough to stop the machine from working while she touches it. But when she's no longer in contact, the machine returns to normal.
Okay. I love
Basically,
this.
She's going to touch the machine, open the door, and then let go.
As you touch the machine, you see the little screen starts trying to process every ID in the university at once as trying to enter. Because that's the little glitch that you basically DDoS the door, and in that process, you're able to slip through inside and down into the underground. And of course, it's concrete and nasty down here because they never do anything about that. But parkades, they're always ugly, and the little tunnels that lead off from the underground parking underneath the campus are even dingier. It's like they don't want you to take them. But as the door closes behind you, suddenly it's just quiet down here. Echoey, but quiet. It's just you.
Do we have to be within, like, eye contact of each other in order to lie?
You can't lie to each other, and you can still communicate to each other because you've got the earbuddy things.
Okay.
Is that what you meant?
Okay. The range.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was trying to help from afar, but unless Itzel communicated what the situation was like, then Dak would have no reason to.
Yeah. I'm gonna say there's a map on the wall of the tunnels, just with a "you are here."
Yep.
Yeah. It would be labeled, but
yep.
And she's gonna study that for a sec, and then like take a picture of it with her.
Yep.
Like you
got the
something similar to a smartphone anyway.
Yeah. It's pretending to be a 20th century
reference, and and
right.
She's going to head off through the tunnels that way.
You start heading off in that direction. The first little bit's pretty easy. It's only students that you see, but once you get underneath the campus administration building, you start seeing more security in the halls down here. And you can see ahead of you, there's like a security stop where there's multiple guards, and they are actually checking student IDs and professors' IDs as they pass through this stop into the underneath the campus admin building.
Did she see a way around on the map? Or wait?
Not underground, no. It goes to under these buildings, and then it's a ring around this inner structure, and then you'd have to go sort of halfway around the ring and then out the other side to get to the science and engineering.
Nice. I was actually about to play a card, but I asked the question before pulling it up. But
you can still play that card, or you can lie, or you can do something else, or what would you like to do?
She's gonna lie that there's an ID pretty similar to like that she could pass as laying on the ground nearby.
So use your senses to lie to objects or places. Yeah, it's not a person, so
It's it's an object.
yeah, it is. Yeah, I'm just gonna say, just to make it make a little more sense in my head. You're gonna do that lie. That is to find one lying around. I'm gonna say that is, even though we made them clumsy at the start, we're gonna make this hard. So that's a 5-6 hurdle, and yeah, we'll see how you do.
She's perceptive, so
Yep.
that'll probably
So
be
use-
rolling that.
Yeah. So that's a D8.
D8.
Yeah. So yeah, give me a D8, unless harmonies from anybody. Or using a
Probably
tool.
not.
You can think of
Sure
using a
how
tool to help you.
they
Yeah, they haven't
help.
contacted you, so yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah,
five-
unless she contacts us. Like if she's gonna contact us for help, then we can
Yeah.
help.
Yeah. I don't think she can think of anything that off her top of her head because the line wouldn't work.
Yeah.
Over that range. And
Why wouldn't
I don't
line
care
work
how
with that?
good either of them is at dealing with people. They're not good enough to coach her through being a grifter.
So what I was gonna
that's her-
suggest
yeah.
as a lie, and then you can tell me if she would think to say something like this. But he had said that Kevin had said it was really grungy down there.
Yeah.
So I was gonna say something like, the maintenance, the lead janitor of the campus, earlier that day had told them to clean that area up, and it was really clean and really like kind of spotless down there. People were getting really annoyed at how dirty it was, and like, would that help you if it were cleaner?
Yeah.
I think that works. Yeah.
Yeah, and I would add on to that. It was because you might have there's a big sports event, and they gotta clean up the place to look nice for the visitors from the other school.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So if Itzel reaches out to Dak knowing that Dak can make a lie about time,
yeah.
then Dak can like hear in the headpiece, oh, Itzel needs my help, and like I was trying to be friends with Itzel before, I can help, and like and give that lie for her to be able to achieve.
There is a problem with that though.
What's up?
We already have eyes on that hallway. You can't lie to something, lie to the past on something you've already seen. I'm pretty sure.
This is I don't think this qualifies for that actually, because this lie is that what was it again?
That the janitor asked them to clean it up, make it cleaner for visitors.
Okay, so what you've only seen up to the gate. So beyond the gate, everything is spotless, which makes sense. Everything inside the campus administration building, so everything beyond the checkpoint is spotless.
Mm-hmm. Which means it doesn't actually help me for this role, but
I still think it does, because it's at yeah, I still think it does, because at least there's this sort of, I don't know, it creates a contrast. So what ability or trait would you use to make that lie? Because in this case, I'm actually going to make you make the resistance roll. The lie works. It's spotlessly clean, but I need to know what trait are you using to resist the damage from that lie?
I assume Dak.
Yeah, from Dax.
That would this is tricky. Well, it's tricky and smart to a certain extent, right? Like it's the smartness is trying to connect with my party member and like trying to make more of a connection with Itzel and impress her, and so I'm doing it in a smart way. I'm also like stopping being silly, and like I'm probably over exaggerating how drunk I am because I just drank a couple of sips. It's not like I would be as crazy as I am currently. And then tricky is like to manipulate this situation, right? I'm trying to do it in a clever, creative way, and so I kind of think both.
Okay. They're both D8s, right? You're good at both of them?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So it doesn't really matter. So you now this is to actually to not take the damage. If you fail this roll, then you have to resist the damage. But if you succeed in this roll, then you don't have to take it at all. So you're rolling a d8 against a difficulty of, let's stay with hard. 5-6 is your almost.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, I got a 6.
A 6. So yes, you technically, I think it's almost don't count when you're resisting. But what we're going to do is, no, actually, that's what we are going to do. You are going to have to make a resistance roll now. What your resistance?
Is this considered an opponent? Can I play my I've been called worse by better?
Sure. Yes. Just because I'm looking around at how few cards have been spent so far. So yes.
Recall a time you've been bested by an opponent. So a time where a lie like this one didn't work.
Oh no, lies always work.
Okay. Where I've been injured by a lie like this one before. Oh, that was just recently in this game, wasn't it? With the guard? It didn't end up working. I wanted to oh no, it did work. Their mother Oh, but I did get hurt. I got injured.
Yes, you
did.
Their
mother told them to do something or something like that earlier that day.
So perfect.
Okay, so I'll play that card.
Yeah.
And then I roll it again? Yep. No, boost it.
Boost it.
I would have had to have played that beforehand, right?
You did. There you go. Retcon. Ta-da.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So yeah, roll that again with a boosted die. I don't care. I want everybody to succeed all the time.
Oh, it still didn't work. It's a 5.
A 5. Okay, so you actually take 1 injury point. So now, if you don't do anything about that, every time you roll from now to the end of the mission, you also use the macro that I put into Roll20 that says injury dice. And you roll that and roll it 1 time, or you play that card and then it goes away. So there you go, never mind. Ta-da.
Oh.
And somebody gets to play a card. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, ignore the injury.
Yes. You discard 1 injury die from yourself or a teammate.
That works out so good narratively. Yes. I was really trying to do it for you.
So yes, you feel the lie starting to cause pain at the other end, Itzel, and that's when you engage them and sort of draw their attention away from the situation. So we will now go back to you, where you are going to get the D8 from that. So now it's a D8 plus whatever you would roll. All of that to decide whether you got harmony or not.
Would be a D8 or a D10 considering...
Oh, it's been boosted. Yep, we're going to give you the boost too. So yeah, it's a D10. Damn, nice.
Okay, where's this D10? There it is. Right at the front.
So that and your regular...
Is this hard or...
this one getting through here, yes, it's only hard, so 5-6. You're just trying to find an ID, right?
Oh, that's a 3 and a 2.
A 3 and a 2. You look around, you do find what looks like an ID. You bend down and pick it up. It's actually a fake ID that's been refused by them already. You can tell because it's kind of somebody tried to rip it in half and didn't quite make it. But you do not find, because you weren't lying, because lies never fail, but this wasn't a lie. This was just to try to find something, right?
No, this was a lie.
Oh, this was a lie. Okay, in that case, you find an ID that is valid, but in the process, you start to feel that pain coming on. Like you really had to bend reality to get that person to drop it. That's not how this is supposed to work. So you kind of really had to do it. So yes, give me a... that was that. So give me a resistance roll. You're good at these, right?
Yes, which means D8, right?
Yes. Yep. And again, your difficulty is 5-6. Your hurdle?
This one. Well, that's a 6.
Okay. So same thing. You almost resist it, but you don't. Oh, except you're wearing... No, armor doesn't help against this. If you had been taking physical damage, it would have, but this isn't. So yes,
and
you take one injury. And rue spending your card on someone else. I can feel the rue.
Yeah. While she's going through this checkpoint, she's gonna ask if they have anything for because her nose is bleeding now. Like and she's got to use that to help cover up.
Yep.
She doesn't entirely look like this person on the card.
Yep.
Like,
Oh, perfect. Yeah, you
and,
got the hanky over your face. Yeah, I love it. So, yes. Oh, that's beautiful because you turned the failure into how this worked, but was still a failure, so to speak. So, yes, you stumble in.
Did you say she said that to her team? That she's not, she got hurt, she's not well?
No, because there's a security checkpoint. She's trying to get there. That was the whole point of this.
Yeah. So you are now underneath the campus administration building and in the clean zone. Everything inside the ring, because of what was said earlier, this is all spotless from this point on.
Wow. It was spotless. And then she came with a bloody nose.
You're walking on it in a bloody nose. Let's, for the moment, cut back to our people on the surface. The conga line is now heading out into the parking lot, and parts of it are breaking off because parts of it are going for pizza and hot dogs and burgers and tailgate party. But you've still got a significant conga line going. What would you like to do with it? You guys have got the ends of the line, so yeah.
I think when I heard Itzel basically needed help, I stopped my caboose.
Yeah.
And I set my drink down and I really focused on that lie, and then I got hurt. And then I shrugged it off, and so I'm a little bit disoriented. The line is ahead of me. And if there is, which there will be because we're writing the story together, one of those electric scooters.
Oh, yes. Yep.
Nearby, yep. I'm gonna try and get one of those up and running to try and scoot past Harla to the engineering building and do one of the
You have.
I'm also really excited about this old technology.
Yes, you have. You have your iPhone, so you can download the app.
The lemon app.
Yeah. And it's got the skanky ass helmet hanging on the handlebars that nobody's ever going to wear because you never know whose head that's been on before. But
definitely got lice in it.
Yeah, and worse. But yes, you find a scooter.
And then Dak puts it on.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Do I need to roll anything for this?
Not for that. No, this is easy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
They're everywhere. There's nothing challenging about this. They're everywhere, and you download an app. This is your bread and butter.
This
right?
is easy peasy. Okay, great.
So zoom. Go right past the conga line.
No, perfect. I'm gonna try to hijack. I'm gonna jump on him.
On the way by, okay.
I'm gonna try to catch the
agility
scooter.
Or contortion, whichever one you think would make more sense.
Agility is a stronger.
Okay. Leapy boundies. Give us a roll.
D10.
Yep.
9.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I didn't even give you a number to target, but yeah, you're just a dun 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 dun, boom, and you kind of throw a little extra hip into it and get the whole line going that way, and then you just go this way and just sort of straddle the bike, and boom, off the two of you go on the scooter, and behind you hear, hey, dun 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 dun. I thought we were getting married. Dun 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 dun. Yeah.
Maybe next time.
The rock wasn't big enough.
And the entire rest of the line, composed of college boys, goes, "Your what wasn't big enough?" And dun 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 dun. It continues, and with that, it kind of breaks up into terrible harassment and lots of drinking in the parking lot, leaving the two of you whizzing along this road and getting. I'm going to get you all the way to the circle.
We're scooting here, right?
Yes, you are scooting. You're the little markery thing. Out of character for a moment, I want to get you guys to the science building, and then we're going to go back and get Itzel to the science building, and then we're going to start Act 3 when you guys get there. So that's the plan. So let's get you guys. How do you plan on getting? You're on the scooter now. You're scooting just because there's people everywhere, and some of them are screaming at you, "Slow down!" and other ones are going, "Lighten up!" and they're trying to hand you drinks on the way by, and.
I think we just scoot around to it, wouldn't we?
Me too. Yeah, I was gonna say we watch for the signage, and it's got science and engineering building is this way, and we're just following the signs as we go around.
I made silly noises because it would actually go fwee.
Fwee sounds about right. Is that FWEE for my notes, or
yes, many E's. Yes, as many E's as it takes to go around about 100
degrees instead of vroom.
Yes, they don't have nothing vrooms anymore. Even the stuff that used to vroom now goes flap. But never mind. You guys just boom around and missing all the partiers and all the fun. Somehow, by the time you get there, you've gone through like a finish line ribbon, but it was only just crepe, so that's wrapped around you at some point, purple and yellow, of course. And you pull up in front of the science and engineering building. The front doors are constantly opening and closing because people, as you've said, this building's busy, probably because of the carnivorous plant display.
Because
there's definitely
really
a sign
interested in carnivorous plants.
And there's a
so
sign
fascinating.
on the door that has like Audrey from Little Shop of Horrors on it. And it's like plant life inside, but it's painted in like blood, like from Walking Dead.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping Harla sees that and gets so excited.
There's little
signs. Yeah, there's little signs. Do not feed the plants. Yes, we mean.
There's also a poster on one of the walls that just has the joke about Hugh and the monks with the flower shop, where Hugh and only Hugh can stop florist friars.
Oh. The dad joke on the wall. Oh, yes. That's so nasty. I'm going to give you a boost on your next roll. That's how nasty that is. Okay. Speaking of which, Itzel, you are underground in the power circle. Like, as you step into here, there's still students here, but the student-professor ratio is much changed. There's a lot of snoot down here. There's a lot of tenure down here. You can smell the dust of people that have been here for decades, walking around. What do you do? You're a little bit out of place because you don't look like a professor. I think it's fair to say.
In your earpiece, headpiece, you hear, Itzel, where are you? We've just made it to the door.
Navigating through old people.
Navigating through... Do you need help?
No, but one of them's going to need a colonoscopy.
That's like half of them, but
sorry. I'm not sorry, but I'm sorry. Yeah.
Oh, my teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's just navigating the... Actually, no, she's this place is clean. She's got her wheels on.
Wheeling around. Yep.
She's barreling through.
Yep.
And just shouts out, "Coming through!"
Perfect. Coming through, and you start whizzing around the corner. I'm throwing in my second twist. A security guard on a Segway pulls out behind you, and they've actually got a little blue flashing light, Paul Blart Mall Cop style, on the front of their Segway handlebars, and the light comes on and the little siren's going nee 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 because they can't use a real cop siren and it has to be a blue light, but you're being chased by a security guard on a Segway.
But are they wearing short shorts?
Not. Yes, same length as Itzel's. There.
Oh, Itzel's got basically no inseam.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Paul Blart with no inseam. You're welcome for the image.
Oh my god, gross.
It was your outfit design from the last session.
But you put Paul Blart in it.
How are you doing? How are you dealing with this? Being chased by security.
Itzel doesn't know anything about what that light means or that siren means, so she just keeps going.
Okay. And for the purposes of this, you whiz all the way around until you're under the student union building with them right behind you. They can't quite catch you. And every time they get close, the battery sort of fades and they have to back off and lower the power setting to keep moving. By the time you get to the ramp that goes up to the actual science and engineering main deck, you're kind of doing that run slide of trying to wheelie up a hill. But you're doing better than them because their battery dies at the bottom. So they leave their Segway at the bottom. The siren's now going, nah, nah, nah. And the blue light's going so slow it's actually gone purple. And they have to start running in their short shorts up the hill behind you in slow motion. Like all those horrible clickbait videos on YouTube. But yes.
Yeah. She's going to mention through the earpiece. She's... There's this guy coming after her like just following her. That's looks like he's wearing one of those security costumes from that Halloween shop the other day.
Yeah, yeah. Not quite that short, but close, yeah.
That blue light's pretty annoying.
Yes.
So I will reiterate that because she said that into her headset. So I will ask her if she needs help again.
No, he's just 20th century or 21st century power sources seem to be inadequate.
Okay, we'll meet you inside then. Bye.
Yeah.
As you say that, you see them run up the ramp from downstairs. The two of you have just come up and through the front doors.
Mm-hmm.
So now the two of you are at the front doors and they're at the ramp, which is conveniently right beside the front doors. So the three of you are back together, and now you look down and you can see the security guard running up towards all three of you. Stop! I gotta rate you up. They've slowed to a walk, but they are still coming. Luckily, everybody here's bad with faces, you bastards.
Harla, make him not want to write us up. Make him think that we're just so good.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
He puffs to the top of the thing and looks at the three of you. I thought there was only one of you. Who am I rating up?
There was only one.
There
was only one. Actually, I don't even know. What are you talking about?
It's okay to say
the wrong person.
In this instance only, it's okay to say it because you guys made this a fact of the game. You guys all look the same to me. Which one of you was riding the slidey wheelie thing?
Neither of us. Neither of us have done that.
I wasn't riding a thing. Were you riding a thing? I wasn't riding a thing.
We have no clue what you're talking about.
Wrong person.
Yeah, I haven't seen anyone like that until this rolls away.
He looks at the two of you that are still there and goes, "You tell him I just..." And they kind of look at the two of you again. They look at Harla. You give them, like, it's almost like without a thought. It's a grin. I'm giving you to this because it's beyond easy. You're just like, give him the look. He's like, without saying anything, it's like you spoke. You're right. I should just
go.
Go lay down.
Just go.
And they turn around and start doing the wobbly legged, like he just finished running a marathon, the wobbly legs. But he starts to walk back down the stairs and tries to figure out, oh shit, what am I going to do with that? As he looks down the stairs at his Segway. The three of you turn around.
It was full battery when he started chasing it. So.
Yep. Oh yeah. But yeah, you guys went like, half a kilometer. That's the range at full speed. Anyway, you guys are now standing inside the building. The plant display in front of you, and somewhere in this building, something that's making students disappear. We are still in Act 2 because we are not to the something yet. So, look at your cards. I see some of you got some left. Get ready. I only got one twist and a turn left. So, security guard leaves. There's people partying all around the place. Security in here, I'm going to give you this, is mostly distracted, preventing teenage college students from trying to give beer to all the plants.
Oh my god.
Which tells us this is not an American college because they're not preventing the teenage college students from having beer.
But... No. They're... Fight a war you can win, son. Fight a war you can win. Is what they're telling each other, right? Yes, they're just trying to not get the incredibly expensive plants killed. So, with that, the three of you, what do? You don't know.
So we're inside the building, and we're looking for the glow, Yeah,
one of you's got a scanner, right? A tracker?
I do have a tracker.
Okay. So,
but I don't know how to use the tracker. Don't I have to tag something?
Yeah.
In order to track it?
And in this case here, yes, kind of. But I'm going to let you use it in this instance to know where the object is. You'll send me the thing with the object tagged, right?
Okay,
In the
I'm
first
gonna use
session,
my tracker then.
Itzel? Yeah.
In the first session, you just added the visible, the globe visible through walls to us.
Oh, is that what it did?
Yeah.
Okay.
We were able to.
This one's
The
different then.
dog.
Haha, they're all different. Because this one's unknown and it couldn't read it. So this one you're going to have to get closer. But what I will give you for that tracker, even though, whatever, what I'm going to give you for the tracker is it's in the basement and it's not in a classroom. It's in a laboratory. And not like a classroom lab, but at one of the prof's private labs.
Okay. I'll relay this to the team.
Mm-hmm.
That I found the location of it. And I'm going to D&D brain, get out. I'm going to get some access to some of these plants to like prepare spells if I need to.
Yeah, starting to make some toxins and some because you said carnivorous and toxic, so I'm assuming are you going you're going to try pull it the carnivorous one up by the roots and take it with you, or are you planning on making toxins?
Um,
No, I would plan to use the poison.
Okay, absolutely.
Yeah,
So
there's probably one of these that's a mild poison that mixes well with beer and just makes anyone who drinks it lose their shit. In whichever way you want to interpret that
there's
phrase.
what I'm going to do is you have a botany roll, right? Or
Yes.
botany skill. Okay, so you are
Yes.
good at botany, so that's a D8, right?
Yes.
All right. Because they're distracted, let's give you a harmony on this. So roll 2d8s versus. I mean, it's easy to make something deadly out of deadly things. So let's say without hurting yourself, let's make that average. So 3-4 is your hurdle. You roll 2d8s and tell me the higher one.
I got a 8.
An 8. That is a double success. So you managed to make, for 2 successes, I'm actually going to give you 3 levels of toxicity. You've got super impaired, like okay, let's do hallucinate, pass out, kill. Those are the 3
Nice.
options that you've got.
Woo!
Yeah, you rolled an 8. You maxed out on this. So yeah.
I'm pocketing these.
Okay, I'm going to cast my third twist. You forget to label which one is which.
It's an Emperor's New Groove.
They all look the same and you
it.
don't know which one's which. That's probably pushing it for a twist, but I just can't not do that.
Can
So,
I play the and I do it with style?
Yeah.
Turn any success into a success, and can I?
You already done. Your 8 was a success and.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
but I can't
a double
cancel
success.
out your twist. That?
No, you can't cancel twists. So take that back. Just,
How
I think
do
you
I
can
put
drag
it back?
in. I think you can just drag it back into your hand. I think.
I can.
Let me see.
I just want to say that Harla learned how to mix this sort of thing from someone whose name is Amanda Beth.
I don't know.
And that's why she didn't label.
Crap! What are we doing here?
Okay, I don't know how to. Put it back
That's
in.
okay. So yeah, we'll just put it there for now. That's good. Yeah, just put it by yourself. Perfect. Okay. So so hold on to that and make sure you use it soon. But yes, as you slide them into your pocket, the labels fall off. And it's, oh shit. So
that sucks.
but you have them, and it's okay because if you kill somebody, they come back at the end anyway. As long as you guys
That's
get the
true.
item out of here, right? So
That's
why
In
I
that case, do you want me to drink one?
yeah.
No, absolutely not.
Chug.
Best case scenario, you're finishing the show hallucinating.
Maybe you'll find it easier if you hallucinate.
I got an iPhone 15. None of the functions work. I'm in the future.
Yeah.
So,
there's
yeah.
there's probably a keg out or somewhere nearby that
Yes.
some of the students are drinking from and feeding the plants from.
Either way, you guys have also got to get downstairs. So you got the 3 out of
we're
that success.
going. I'm
Um,
just going downstairs now.
okay,
I'm
so
following my tracker.
Perfect. So the other 2 going with?
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. As you get down the stairs, the sound of partying sort of stays up on the main floor. The last thing any of you see or hear is a group of college kids go, "Do it, do it, do it." And you look over, and one of them is undoing his pants and starting to slide the back of his pants down like he's going to put his ass on one of the carnivorous plants.
Ooh, try it, buddy.
Security
just try
turns,
it.
stops, and the boss in security just reaches over and grabs his underling and just goes. And they go back to preventing them from feeding alcohol to them.
I wish I would.
Do
stuck
you
around
stay?
to watch
That's the
that.
question.
I would say
You know, you're the
one of
botanist.
those...
It's an incredibly acidic pitcher plant.
Yep.
So it's going to at the very least burn.
I think it's gonna it's gonna make a big like hickey on his butt.
Yes. A
like,
ring for his ring, so to speak. Yes.
Yep. Melt away a little bit of his asshole.
And then he's gonna have to go to emerge and explain that.
Student?
Yeah.
The student who suggested this was named Bang. Because I'm very much wanted to the story.
I spent a lot of my life going, I bet you won't. And people do. Oh, it's just funny.
This is for disrespecting nature.
Yes, yeah. So
this is what you get.
You hear the scream
that's
as you head down the ramp into the basement. You guys get into the basement, and this is private. Again, this is private labs. This isn't the public spaces anymore. This is the profs with tenure where they do their nefarious and heavily funded research and occasionally write a paper to justify their existence.
Yeah, so we'll pass Dr. Doofenshmirtz's lab.
And way down at the end, you can all see it now, the little glow in one of the offices at the far end of the hallway.
I head right to it, and I'm going to ask if my skill in machine repair combined with history will help me in like this item I know is battery operated, and we're looking for the best way to take. So I'm trying to almost investigate it in a safe.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
So what trait would you use for that?
Well, I was actually using the combine of the skills of history and machine repair.
Okay, so which one of those is the higher die?
They are the same.
They're the same. Okay, so it's a D8?
Yes.
Okay. Give me that roll just to see.
It's a 4.
A 4. Okay. You realize something as you focus on the object and the glow, because you guys can't see the object yet, you can just see the glow, right, through the wall. As you focus on it, it moves about 3 meters.
Fast or slow?
It blinks. It was here and now it's here. And you focus again, and it blinks again, and it's in another place.
Is it
all
going
in the
back
same
to
room?
The same place it was before?
No,
or
it's
all different places?
It's popping around in a room.
Okay, so creative freedom here.
Yeah.
Because I rolled a 4,
Yes.
I don't know exactly what this thing is.
Yes.
But it's better than halfway at a 3.
Yes.
I'm imagining that this is one of those the big TikTok trend right now where it's the sphere and it lights up and you shake it and it floats and it flies around. Is that what I would predict this is?
Not really. This is the effect that you're here to say, that you're looking for is jumping from object to object.
Okay.
Ooh,
inside
it's
a room.
Portal. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. So imagine, you haven't seen this yet, but imagine a room that's got a table that goes all the way around the outside that's got all kinds of objects on them. And this thing is in this one, and then it just disappears and reappears over here. And it disappears and it reappears over here. And it disappears and it reappears over here. In all these different objects.
Are we in the room now?
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
Once you open the door, you'll be able to see. But you know that door is also locked. All these doors down here are. But you have somebody that studied that. So.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, I'm just gonna have Itzel go up and just try and short out the lock with her power to make it open.
Yep. And again, yeah, there's no.
She did study for this.
Okay. So yeah. Crucial to your success. So yeah, not a problem. Played the card. You walk up and do the and just blow it out of the water. Again, you DDoS it. Just every student in this case every professor and administrator in the entire university is attempting to enter this door at the same time. And the door.
Just everyone he considers his rival, which amounts to the same thing.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly. Yeah. Everybody the dean hates. So the entire staff, even the ones he doesn't know. Yeah, you open that door, you hear the as the electronics fry, and the door just kind of creeps open just a little bit. Now that the door is open, you can see inside. And all the way around this table, all the way around the perimeter, and there's another big table in the middle, is covered in record players. All different ages, times, everything else.
I definitely thought record players were no longer happening in 2023.
And as you step into the room, there's clearly an effect. The affected item at the moment that you step in, it was in a like a 70s big wooden console. The home entertainment unit, they had to open up, and it had the radio and everything inside it. It's in one of those, but as you step into the room, it's like it becomes more generalized. It goes Schrodinger's cat, except you're inside the room with it. It's just sort of whoop, and it's in every item in this room is now glowing a tiny little bit. And I still haven't played my turn card. So what I'm saying is, it's at the moment, it's impossible to tell which one, by looking for the glow, which one's which. And now you understand why Celeste couldn't figure this out. There's got to be 50 machines in here.
Itzel, can you lie to the real object?
No, that's specifically one of the things we can't do, I think.
That is correct. So one of your options would be to go around this room and lie to every single object and see which one doesn't work.
Or just she has
like, can I play this card? We gotta pull a con.
Yes. Yep.
Okay. Well, we've won. We were in a con of Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo.
Okay.
And it was one of those ones where we were really good at playing Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo. I don't know.
So you're playing it for cash. Okay. How does that help you here?
It will help us narrow down which one it is.
Boy, we're stretching it, but okay.
We get to boost the die on all
the scenes related to the con. Okay.
So it just boosts die rolls. That's all it does.
I'm gonna help you out, if I may. The con you pulled, the Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo con, involved it's like 3-card Monty kind of. It involves making somebody think something's in one place while you're actually stealth of hand, like sleight of hand, moving it somewhere else. It's like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you understand that what you're seeing is a con. This isn't how this energy works. There is one item in this room that is different from all the other items. But it's not, the difference that you're looking for isn't this glow. So what do you do with that information? See how the con helps?
I really love machines, and I love cars, and I had brought back that hot wiring thing last session, and I think I'm just gonna start inspecting them.
Every one of them. As you start really paying attention to each one, the light goes out, but it takes about 10 seconds. Itzel, yeah?
Itzel's also going to be looking at them, specifically looking for if the glow is different on any of them, or if any of them is not glowing.
Okay. The only one that is not glowing is the one that Dak just spent time with. And the first one that you focus on, you can feel it. It takes about 10 seconds to put the glow out. Harla, something's different about one of these. This is the information that you got, right? Something is different about one of these record players, and it isn't the glow. What do you do with that information?
What is it that identifies it?
You start
That
looking
is
around.
not. Yeah, I'll start investigating to figure out what it is.
What
that
skill or
makes the
trait would you
difference.
use?
I don't have any that would work.
Smarts
The only thing I have is like deception, but that's.
What else have you got? What else are you good at? Let's figure something out here.
Traits and skills. Agile, charming, good in unarmed combat, contortion, deception, and botany.
Okay. In that case.
Wait. No, I don't know if I can do this.
Try me.
Wait,
I
have something too. Harla, what are you trying to do specifically?
Well, I am trying to figure out what makes one of these different because I was at the Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Moe conference.
Yep. All I can hear in my head is the Sesame Street song. One of these things is not like the other.
So I'm just trying to investigate what is going to be different. Like I'm trying to get out of DM what is different.
Yep.
So I can relay it to the team.
Okay.
But I don't have any skills. That is good.
Okay.
That's okay. So that's good. That means you have a D6 to start with. But Dak, go ahead.
The class 3 tech equipment that I took was a downloadable skill.
Yes.
It's an injection.
Which you now get to identify when you inject it. Yes.
And I think the skill that will help the most with this is the searching skill.
Yes, absolutely it would.
So I see Harla searching. I'm searching too.
Okay.
But I know that it was because of her that I even know to look for the right thing.
Yep.
So I pull this tech out. Harla, are you afraid of needles?
Nope.
And I just jab it into
depends
her.
on.
It depends on it.
Yeah. Bam. Into you. So yes, all of a sudden, this information hits you. You become like Sherlock Holmes level, and because of that, I'm going to give you this success. You look around. It's actually really simple. It's so simple. This is why you didn't notice it. Only one record player in this entire room has a record on it.
Ew.
It's not playing, but only one of them has a disc on it.
I'll relay that to the team.
It is.
I'll approach the one.
If you guys would like to, at this point, go into your journal, and down at the bottom there's a thing called a PDF called 1955 Philco Phonograph.
Nice.
If you look at that, I'm going to bring it up for the chat to look at. Well, I tell you a little bit about it. The first ever all-transistor phonograph. It wasn't even called a record player. It runs on D-cell batteries and was available in 1955. It actually only plays 45s. One important part with this is this version of it plays full-size records. It's still got the original batteries in it. You can see somebody's left a little case door open as part of their investigation into it, and it's sitting on a table. There is a very cold cup of coffee with a little bit of fungus growing in it, like it's been there for days, sitting right next to it, and some notes on a table.
Maybe drop one of those vials in there.
No.
At this point, as you see it, bum, 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 Act 3 begins. And with that, boost all your dice. So everything you do from now on goes up one level. With that, What do you do?
I try and play the record.
Okay. You reach over. All you have to do is flip the switch.
Yeah.
It starts
flip
to
it.
spin. The arm comes out, comes down and lands. It goes.
Wow. Is music playing?
Did anybody read? Oh, Itzel, you said you wanted to read the label, right?
Yeah.
Just as it starts to rotate, you step up, and just before it gets up to speed and it becomes hard to do, you see the title of it. The album is Revolver by the Beatles. 1966. The first song that comes up, and yes, I've taken some liberties. This one is accurate, but there's some liberties with the playlist that's upcoming. The tick, 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 and then Taxman starts. The three of you feel a sort of flicker, and two
We're
of
gonna
you
disappear.
Disappear.
The
two of you that disappear are Harla and Itzel.
Shoot.
Dak, because you were the one that touched it, as you hear the first line, I'm the tax man, and then it skips. I'm the tax man. I'm the tax man. You are stuck in a loop of the last 2 seconds, touching. The other two of you find yourself standing in a field. It would be an empty field, except it's full of starving, tired, bearded, stinky college students and professors.
Oh, this is like home.
One of the professors looks at you and says, "It's 1966 and we don't know how to get home."
Oh, crap.
The turn, by the way, was the record starts to skip and time starts to repeat. So.
Okay, so I'm going to look behind where we came from. What do I see anything? The way we came?
You see in the distance a small town.
Okay. Am I able to use my tracker to see if there is a blip in the town?
The blip.
Where's it showing the?
The blip is
or
in
where
the town.
Blip is?
The blip is in town, in a store, an electronics store. The blip.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna tell Itzel that we need to go back. We need to go into the town, and follow the tracker to get back to the item. We need to go back through the portal.
I'm just picturing from Lost, Jack saying we have to go back.
So yes, so you head towards town then? Your intent is to go and find this record player again. Okay. Dak, it's just like a 3-second loop over and over and over again. You've only got that long to come up with a plan, because it resets. So in the splittest of seconds, what do you do?
It's on batteries, right?
Yep.
In the 3 seconds, I'm gonna try, like, maybe each time
Yes.
to, like, pull a battery out, somehow get it, or like try and pull the needle right off, or I don't know.
That the batteries were almost dead already.
I do have that machine repair skill, so that's
machine disrepair.
yeah.
So yeah, I love this because every time it resets, you have just this little bit of freedom, so you can sort of reset. Your hand's sort of coming up every time it gets a little closer. And eventually your hand lands on that armature, because that's the easiest way to do this, right?
Yeah.
We're going to leave you right there.
Okay.
Harla and Amy, the two of you start to head into town, a procession of stinky college students and professors behind you, asking each other for the 1000th time whether they've got any food or water. As you head into town, you see the locals are kind of like, whoa. It is, I'll give you this for free, it's 1966, just like the guy said. You can see the ads for things. The tech level is way behind even where it was at 2023. You are all getting weird looks. Not just the two of you, but all these college kids and whatnot, because they're from 2023. So they're, it's a weird looking group. Also, many of
Yeah.
them are still drunk.
Yeah,
But
not to mention that the two
But
of
no
us.
one's probably going to be stopping us because
No.
we look like
you
complete
can
freaks.
you can see people running into buildings, and you realize they don't have cell phones. They're going to call the cops, but they're not here yet. Your herd moves into this one street town. There's only got the one little electronics. It's electronics and housewares, and it's a general store. And for this, you guys walk in and you see the record player collection, and one of them over there is this it's 11 years old now, and it's in a little box, and it says the first ever transistor phonograph. And on it, there's no record. But part of this store is a record store. And right at the front of the record store in a big display is the brand new, just released version of Revolver.
Yeah, I'm totally grabbing that disc.
You just grab one of the records, just pull it off the display and head for the record player?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to take it and I'm going to go up to the worker.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be like, I'm such a huge fan. I'm really thinking of buying this record player, but I love the Beatles and I really need to see how this works. Can you please, can we check it out?
$3.99 to buy the album, and I'll let you play it.
Sure.
What do you have for money? Because you can't get to the Celeste to print out cash right now, and you're in the
What do I
wrong
have?
year. So like the money in your pocket is 2023 money, and you're in 1966.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I'm going to.
Itzel, you're there too. So
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Look to Itzel to see if they have anything
the first
of
thing that comes to
value.
mind is pickpocketing, but pickpocketing is a people skill. She doesn't have that.
I will point out, you are both in possession of a considerable amount of high tech.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
And everything
this would be
resets
so
if you
bad.
succeed. So,
Yeah.
as long as you succeed, everything will be fine. If you fail this mission and leave a piece of tech back here, things could go horribly, horribly wrong in the multiverse.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
I'm going to give my vials
Mm-hmm.
to the worker and explain what they do. I'm going to offer that I'm going to whisper.
Yeah.
I don't have $3.99, but I have these really cool toxins. And I'll explain exactly.
Really
I'll
cool
use
what?
scientific. Like I'm very convincing because I have all the words.
Oh yeah, yeah.
All the right words, and it'll convince. I'll be like one of those 1800s come here, one all.
Oh yes,
one all.
absolutely.
This is
As you explain more and more of it, they start to put the vials down very, very carefully on the counter, like they don't want to break them. And they're just like, just take it, and don't come back.
Awesome. Thank you.
So you have the album. You spin around, you plop it on the player, you flip the switch, the little arm comes over and lands. Dak. Your hand hits the arm and you get, it's like you're being tased, right? It's that hard. Is all you can do, and it does that as it rips across the surface of the album. And in incredibly high speed, as you, Harla, put the end in the same letters. That's what I'm using as my excuse this time. As you put the album down and put down the thing, it's like time speeds up. And in the length of time it takes to scratch a record, screech across the surface, you hear in rapid order, Taxman, Eleanor Rigby, Yellow Submarine, Good Day Sunshine, and Got to Get You Into My Life. Those are all on that album, by the way. There's some other stuff, but those are the famous ones. So you just hear bah, 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 all the way through that. As you do, the people behind you, everyone around you is moving in full speed, and the split second the album ends, you guys are back in the basement of the science and engineering building. But you've got the whole flock with you now. And they're all in the professor looks around, my office, my coffee, my God. Oh, what do you do?
I'm gonna use my
tea and Russia's greatest love machine. Yeah, different album.
my skill of stealth is
I own
to
that
just
on
like
track, by the way. Seriously, go ahead.
grab the item and and hopefully like sneak out of there as fast as we can.
You grab the item and the professor goes, bah! And he looks down at the or you grab the player. He looks down at the album and it's scratched all the way across. And he goes, shit, that was an original. But that's all. As you pick it up and start to leave, he's like, be careful with that.
Dak, don't forget to use your other card.
Yeah, I was going to use it. I've been trying to use a skill and
Yeah.
like I don't have to make any rolls. So
It's okay.
Yeah,
I saw
What
that
was the
you
card?
wanted it. So
What was the card?
Sorry, I stole it. It's goal. If you believe you've achieved your side goal, you can re-roll an action and boost the die.
yeah, I just
Okay.
haven't had the action.
No,
so
it's
I've
all
been
good.
trying to do it. But...
Because I've narratively made it unnecessary to roll. We're going to give you that one because you would have a normal style of play. You would have made a roll by now. I just wanted this. You know me and the endings, right? Endings never fail. So, but yes, burn the card. Absolutely.
Yeah, I accidentally stole it, but
yeah. Okay. So yeah, you can.
I don't know if I
can.
I think I want to be the last one out.
Okay.
And I want to play this card in good confidence and in good faith because I couldn't put it back in my hand.
Yes, absolutely.
I want to try and not convince, but like charm. Maybe I should lie. I don't know. I'm gonna want some like, I saved your ass. I brought you back here.
Yeah.
So like you owe allegiance to me, kind of thing, or like I want something from you.
Okay. What do you
Give
want
me
from
something.
them?
I don't know, whatever.
I'm going to give you the success and turn it into a success. And so they will promise you pretty much anything. The only thing I will mention, though, is the second you leave with this object, it all goes away.
Oh, crap. I forgot about that.
they all gotta go play with that one plant that the other guy was
Something
moaning.
that goes into the future. They've all got to name their first child after you. You know, something like that, right? Although they wouldn't remember. They wouldn't remember that either. So never mind.
Oh, they wouldn't remember anything I told them either.
No, unfortunately,
No.
but
Well, just because they don't remember it doesn't mean they don't like
do something humiliating for
name
them now.
a kid.
Yeah.
Name a kid
Tell them all to go
Harla
straight to the
anyway.
football field.
Yeah. Well,
They just have the idea that their name is going to be Harla
Fair.
for some reason.
Fair, yeah. I'm willing to do something like that. You want to do that one or something like that?
Well, I was just, probably, I don't know. I would probably want to put like good, like botany feels, like educate them on plants and whatever. And then I'll be like, remember these skills. And then.
Okay, perfect. So what I'll do is I'll turn your success and into a kind of just a leftover urge to study botany in all the people that are in this room. So,
a leftover urge to take care of the earth.
Even better, to be environmentally sound.
Environmentally friendly.
There you go.
This is so good for the Wally theme.
For your success and, yes, success and we'll have you basically refired the Earth First movement in about 1966, which is about right. So, with that, the three of you back outside and anywhere off the campus. It's right here. You go through the yet another car party park full of, the game's over now. The home team lost. Everybody's drunk and quiet. You walk off the campus and boom, you're back on the ship. The material's gone. The tape or the phonograph is gone, and your friend, the devil, awaits. This time, the mice are frozen on the desk. Even when you walk in, the hologram is frozen already. And he looks around at the three of you and says, "You're getting quite good at this. Do you want to know how many more there are?
Absolutely, but I don't know if I feel the same. I got almost stuck. I was on like a loop. Do you know what that was?
I know exactly what that was. Your
How can we
timeline was
avoid that?
skipping. In this case, I'm not sure if you could have. You see, I know the people that set these events and set these traps. But knowing someone and knowing what they're doing isn't quite the same as it turns out. I think you're pushing them to be more imaginative.
Are they actively creating these? Like the more that we succeed, the more that they're doing harder ones?
No, this was all one cluster, if
Oh, I
you
see.
will.
So
And
it was
they
all
knew I'm resisting them, so depending on how many we stop, and more importantly, how many we don't stop, will depend on how quickly the universe comes apart.
What happens if we fail? We've never failed one yet. What happens if we don't make it back?
They
Well,
send someone else.
we can usually get you back as long as you leave the location. However, if you don't successfully remove the object, it simply stays there and does what it does. You can't go back again.
Oh, we can't go back a second time to get it.
No, unfortunately.
Well, that's okay. We haven't failed yet. I don't see it happening.
I just wanted to know the risk.
And there is certainly a bit of leeway. If we don't get them all, we'll still, what's the word you'd use? Win.
If we don't get them all, we'd still win.
As long as you get most of them, yes.
How many are
Okay,
left?
well then how many are left?
9.
Wow. Oh, there's 9.
9? We need to get paid more for this.
Paid more than
Yeah.
survival?
Yeah, there's fates worse than death.
Yeah, like putting up with people like them.
How dare you?
Excuse me. We saved your ass.
She saved mine too, to be fair.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you've got 9 days till the next one.
Ooh, I can have another fling with somebody. This is
9
exciting.
days. Ooh, I gotta get ready for my date.
And he kind of looks at the two of you like, Pasto files. Okay. Not pasta, pasto. I forget. Historiophiles. That's what it would be. Yeah. Is there particularly excited? No, historiophiliacs. That would be it. Yeah. You're particularly turned on by the deep past.
Maniacs.
I think we just made up a word. That's weird. Okay. So yes, with that, the devil looks at you and grins and says, "So, until next time." And he does this little snotty little bow, and as he bows, he just disappears. And the mice come up on the table. It has been reported to us that you have succeeded again. The reports have been filed, and everything appears to be stable for the moment. We, of course, have no idea how long it will be until the next event, but we will contact you when it happens.
Thanks, Gus Gus.
Is that something that happened while we were gone?
No, I just wanted to have a name to know the difference between you two.
Oh, so which one of us, and they look at each other, is Gus?
The one that spoke last.
And they look back at you, and at this point, I'll tell you, their lips don't move when they talk.
Isn't
I
it
was gonna say they're both
Jock?
speaking together.
Yes.
Jock, the other one is Jock, right? Jock and Gus Gus? Jack?
Sure.
Jack
I was
and
gonna
Gus
go
Gus?
with Timothy, but sure, we can go with Jacques.
I would have suggested George and Lenny, but
Is it shock? I don't know.
Oh dear.
You can be whoever they want to be. You
It's a
guys
whole
tell
other
me.
story.
You tell me, but we got a week for that. Because they, with that, they send you packing. You guys burned all your cards. I burned all my cards. And I think you all managed to accomplish your side goal again, given what they were from last week.
Yes.
Yeah,
So-
never been flung back in time before.
So 6, yes, fair enough. Back in time within back in time, by the way. This was a meta back in
Yeah.
time.
Super
It
meta.
was actually a meta, now that I think about it, it was a meta, because you came to 2023, then you went to 1966. No, then you went to 1955. 60, no, never mind. You never did go to 1955. That's where the thing came from. You went back to 1966. Anyway, I don't remember my own story, and it's not even done yet. But with that, we will drop the curtain on tonight and leave our characters to ponder what in the hell they've managed to get themselves into. 3 down,
I still don't know
9
if
to
we're
go.
doing. I still don't know if we're doing this for the right reason. It
Yeah.
is. It is called a devil, so I don't know. Like, are we doing ourselves in
You're
here?
getting
Like, I don't.
little hints all the time about who this person really is. I decided that
I-
every season that I do of this, the devil's going to be different. And I'm probably going to be running this game for another group offline, and that devil will have a different story too. So yeah, they're all the same devil, but yeah, none of them
I
are
don't
the
know.
devil. That's too easy.
Hmm.
So
I have questions.
it's like about every 20 years they make a movie about somebody pretending to be God. Yeah. It was
Yeah,
only
this
ever-
one's Evan, this one's Bruce.
Yeah. The only one that was any good was the old man, George Burns. Yeah, he did a great God. But he was old enough for you to believe it. Anyway, back on topic. The thank
Yeah, there's
yous.
lots to be thankful for. I mean,
There
we've got
is,
such
there
an
is. I
incredible
should thank before-
literary
I should thank before it's tomorrow.
game master who
Oh,
just
no.
is so good at storytelling and
Oh.
saying yes and
They've-
just
they've-
such an incredible person.
They've got a
So
degree
thanks,
in-
Kevin.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I've got a degree in philosophy and English, and putting it to this use, frankly, makes more sense than what I was going to do with it, which was become a professor. So this makes more sense. So thank you. And thank you. Tonight I'm going to add one. Thank you to everybody, because you brought this up. Thank you to everybody at Dirty 20 Gaming who makes this place what it is. It isn't me. People keep saying it's me. It isn't me. It's all of us. Every
Kennedy.
single person that's there, including me, I'll take an including, makes that place special. Everybody that doesn't hate, everybody that actively likes but also actively doesn't hate and doesn't get involved and doesn't fling mud and all that stuff. People that are flat out nice to each other in Dirty 20 Gaming, thank every single one of you. A lot of the internet isn't like that. So thank you for making this place special. In particular tonight, I would like to thank Amy and Farah and Saber for joining me
And
in
Kevin.
this weird ass game.
Definitely
is.
and Kevin.
Yeah, it is. It's a weird ass game. You metagame in Act 1, and then you lie to reality for the next 2 acts. The whole game is weird, and we're starting to get it to flow now. At the end of the 3rd episode, you guys are starting to, we're all starting to hit our stride. So it's very, very good. But thank you to the 3 of you for that. Thank you to everybody in chat for watching this. I know some of you are watching tonight because you're going to be playing in a couple of weeks. So looking forward to that. This is fun.
Good.
So thank you to all of you folks. Thank you to everybody watching this on YouTube. If you got all the way to here, please hit the like button, because we're going to assume you did, unless you couldn't find the off button. And I know you can, because some of the views are only 30 seconds long. But hit the like button, hit the bell as well, so you can check it when we put stuff up. We stream up to 7 nights a week here, so check that out. One final thing, and this isn't so much a thank you as it is a request. Until next time that you see us, please be nice to each other. Good night.